Like, is there the Limp Bizkit equivalent of a country band yet?
Oh, man, the new metal one. I think that Hardy guy or whatever is kind of like that. Like,
Hardy or Party?
He's the closest one if you've ever heard his stuff.
New country?
Yeah, they're on new country station.
I mean, if you're going to do that, just how they spelled N-U.
N-U,
You
yeah.
have to take the O out of country. That's how you spell it.
That's pretty good.
We are new country.
Yeah.
MGK gets into it.
Yeah. Oh my God! Of course. Wait, because what's the one country singer right now, younger, more modern, who like is everyone likes, is kind of cool, is very like pro, not just white people.
Is that like a?
It's not Morgan Wallen.
No, it's definitely not. It's like the anti-Morgan Wallen, the guy who's like, we're cool, ICE sucks, leave immigrants alone, black people should be able to vote. And also, I like whiskey. I can't think of his name.
Oh, he's a little bigger guy too, right? He got,
but not Jelly Roll.
No, he's a smaller guy now.
Because Jelly Roll would be the closest thing we have to new country.
Yeah. He got in a fight with Zach Bryan, I think, right?
Maybe
Gavin Adcock.
Is that his name? Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a fun name.
Yeah, it's
New country with Gavin Adcock.
Yeah.
That guy.
Maybe, yeah. I think it was a guy, but it's a guy who's like extremely like by all standards and practices of the word quote unquote woke. But even though I think the word woke is like the word hipster now. It's like stop.
Yeah.
It's just a person who's different from you. Like,
oh, he's all woke. She's all woke.
Yeah.
Well, our listeners are the woke mob.
You hear that all the time in comedy where people are like, "Oh, is this a woke audience?" They're like, "No, they just want you to have a reason for saying something awful."
Yeah.
They just expect that if you're gonna say a slur, you should have a real hardcore funny. It should be a funny reason why you said it. And they're holding you accountable for your language. Nah, they're woke. No, you just have to actually have talent to do this and a mind. Anyway, sorry.
And a mind.
And a brain. Not a brain. I don't say brain because brain's just biological.
Yeah.
A mind encompasses soul and being. This is where I ask us all, guys, let's do a meditation session.
Let's do
hold hands.
That's me. Home.
Home. You know, that's really... I did transcendental meditation years ago. Took a workshop.
Okay.
It helps. I do it still sometimes. I got to admit.
Do you mess with the bowls? Woo!
No, but those are pretty... No, but after seeing Get Out... You ever see Get Out?
Oh, yeah.
No.
You never see Get Out?
Nope.
Okay,
Really? That's surprising.
I'm not a big scary movie person.
Oh,
and based on the poster, I was like, oh, this looks scary. I don't want to watch...
No,
I like thrillers,
yes,
but
then you'd love it.
Yeah, it is more of a thriller
It's
than
way more of a thriller.
Yeah. Dang it, dude. The dude's running in the clip I saw, he's just running full speed at the guy, and the guy looks at him like, hey. And then he like realizes he's getting real close.
Yeah.
And he's like starting to react, and then he just turns to the left or whatever and just runs that way.
Yeah, that's thrilling.
That's thrilling.
It's not scary. That's not a
very
monster.
scary.
It's new horror.
Yeah. New horror.
Yeah,
thrillers are new horror.
Yeah.
You got to take
New
the
gore.
O out of that. Yeah.
New gore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, have you seen Weapons? Did you watch Weapons?
Nope.
Buddy, you'd love Weapons.
I don't
even know what
that
Weapons
one is.
is.
Like that'd be more thriller than horror. That's a really, because I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
What's Weapons?
Weapons, it came out last year. It's like a horror movie, but it's directed.
Oh, it's like a horror movie.
but it's directed like just like Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele, who's a comedian.
Yeah.
Get Out, Weapons, directed by Zach Kreger, who was a sketch comedy guy forever.
Yeah, he was in Whitest Kids You Know.
And he's a great dude.
Oh.
Yeah. But Weapons is awesome.
All right.
But scary. But you see, I think you're like me where I don't like traditional horror where it's like disturbing imagery.
Yeah, that's probably what.
Whereas these movies are more psychological, like get in your head, like, ooh, that's chills up your spine. But the imagery isn't that, like, it doesn't make me go, oh, I can't eat for 2 days. Or
honestly, the gore and the blood part doesn't bother me. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's like
it's just the feeling in your stomach.
Maybe I'm just a big wuss or something. I don't know. It's kind of like I don't want to pay somebody to watch like Saw But I heard those are gory too. Like I've never seen any of the Saws.
Saw's like more. I don't know. Saw's not. I've only seen the first two. They're not bad, but they're just not like.
I don't think it would be the idea of being trapped by a demon, whatever clown, whatever that thing was, Jigsaw.
Yeah,
Jigsaw. It's a serial killer.
A puppet. Yeah, the idea
an
of
old
getting,
man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that. Like just being in that situation is scary enough for me. But the
Yeah,
ripping
obviously. Wait, that would be scary for you?
no,
waking up tied to a radiator and
I don't.
You didn't tell me I was coming on my show with such a wuss.
Yeah,
who would actually be afraid of that moment.
I'm just figuring this out.
Wow, man.
It's not that I'm. Yeah. Yep. That being in that situation, being chased, being
Who's woke now?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
woke.
we'll have a woke co-host.
I'm
here.
woke because I don't want to go to sleep. I think it's because I saw like Nightmare on Elm Street movies like that too young, but I haven't watched them recently, but I imagine they would trigger something in me where it's like, oh man, I remember being horrified of this when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
But did you ever watch it again?
I think it was like 5th grade, and there was a party or something, and then people watched. I think the movie was called Dream Warriors, like Nightmare on Elm Street 3 or something, and it was just, oh man, it's Freddy Krueger.
See, the movie that terrified me that I saw too young and wasn't supposed to terrify me was a movie called Return to Oz.
Oh, that movie's scary as ass, man.
Right.
Oh my gosh, it's like the big things
the
with
Wheelers.
The
The
dude.
Wheelers, man. Wild. But then I went back and watched it when I was like 20, and I was like, oh, this is just like an acid trip.
Yep.
This is like, it's just kind of, it's just a lot when your brain's like.
You're like, Return to Oz? What's that?
I've heard of it and haven't.
Oh,
dude,
buddy.
it was the never-ending story scared me.
The first one or the second
The
one?
first one.
Because the second one's just bad.
Yeah, I just remember waking up with like nightmares of the.
Yeah, Falcor would scare the hell out of you.
Yeah. That was-
If you, if Falcor right now was in the parking lot, I'd be like, that's a giant flying eared
dog dragon.
Yeah.
dog dragon.
Dog dragon.
It's a dog dragon.
It's a dragadoodle. It's a dragadoodle.
Well, there was that part where it was like a wolf, I think, was in a cave or something, and he like talks to him, and you could just see his eyes and like a little bit of his mouth.
Yeah.
That scared my kid. I remember that.
How old was your kid when you watched it?
A baby. No, I'm just kidding. Probably 4 or 5.
The fact that you haven't gone, truly, guys, the scariest thing ever was when my child was born, because then I knew I had to be a man.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
no,
especially-
it's scary movies.
Or if you watched.
No. Yeah.
You got down and that's you're like, whoa, you want to see a monster?
Oh man.
Oh, gore. Come on.
There's a
He's like, I don't mind gore.
yeah, that part's about
Yeah, man, I'm in a new birth.
That's actually my only Google searches.
and you birth. There's a picture. I've never put it online. Well, I would be murdered if I did. But it was when my wife is giving. She's like in the process of producing our baby into the world, and I'm standing behind her, like on the other side of her, while she's literally like on fours trying to like get comfortable. And
Wait,
I'm just
you
got
have
the
this
thumbs
picture?
up. Not on me. It's not. It's not even
that
on
is
my
so
phone.
funny.
It's not. It's hilarious to me because my go-to pose is 2 thumbs up. And,
Yeah.
But then my sister-in-law took this picture, and my wife's face is in like agonizing pain, and then I'm just like,
This should be your profile picture.
That's
I've considered it, but I just don't have I'm a big wuss, so I don't want to put it up there because I think I would get in trouble.
now, maybe I just have the math wrong here, but like you said, this was when she was giving birth,
Yup.
and she was
It's on all fours.
On all fours?
Yup. It's the before and after.
They
What?
birth?
Nothing.
Oh.
No, they don't. They don't have to. They don't birth like that. But like, you can get in that
I was
position.
like,
I was
wait a
very
minute.
confused. I'm
Yeah.
like, I've been lied to my whole life. That's just what they do for cinematic effect. And
Yeah,
It makes
they
it
birth
easier.
them doggy style.
yeah,
No,
You're like, that explains a lot.
just like a cow.
no. It was like
They put a chain in and just yank it out.
it was like basically so she could like not be laying down all the time.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
like
sure,
she wasn't. Yeah, in the middle of it. It was just like you could like if she did that, then I'd rub her back or whatever. You know.
It feels almost like they should like suspend them, like they should get in a harness. It's like, oh, it's time, and they lift them off the ground, and then 2 nurses just pull the legs out.
Yeah,
It's like,
and gravity just kind of works.
come on, just
shaking her, hitting her like a pinata.
Yeah. I'm going to catch it. I'm a doctor. That's my job. I'm trained to catch the baby when
They
it
try
falls.
to get it out like a bubble, like on a window decal. Like they just.
It almost seems, and if the doctor misses, that's what the umbilical cord's for.
It's like a bungee cord at that point.
The baby basically bungee birth.
It just comes out as like an extreme sports player immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
That's how Travis Pastrana's kids were born.
right. Ever since I was born, I've wanted to jump out of an airplane. I don't know why. Boing.
I mean, imagine like that would probably do so much for the psyche of like no one's afraid of heights anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just right away.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone skydiving?
Falling?
I have not, man. My brother did it, and he, you know, he's a more adventurous human being than I am in that regard. But like he was like, yeah, you'd love it. I'm like, would I?
Yeah.
Would I?
That's what I took a trip with my buddies one time. We were like in San Diego, and I'm like, guys, we could go skydiving one day. Like that's something none of us have done, and going over like the border of Mexico. And then as we were, I looked how high you get, and as we were like flying to fly there, they're like, we're at 10,000 feet, and I'm like, you got 10,000 feet higher than this before you jump out. And I looked out, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do that. I got like real scared, and then I was more scared to tell my friends that I wasn't going to do it.
Oh wow, that's the real skydiving.
Yeah.
The real adventure is getting up there and saying you're not going.
Yeah.
Yup.
Well, yeah, at least I did that on like the I decided on the commercial airline, so not what we were.
Wait, what extreme sports have you done? Because no one has a facial hair structure like that. Who hasn't at least like dirt biked?
Oh, I mean, I'd ride motorcycles and stuff like that. I'm
got-
from like a small town, so we just do whatever.
Wait a minute. Like, so when did you move out here to the big city?
The big old city.
2008.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
what's a small town?
Mott, North Dakota.
Hell yeah.
It's a town of it's like 60 miles from Montana and 40 from South Dakota.
So you kind of like you don't have any options. You're like, I'm going to ride a thing. You're going to ride something. Horses.
Oh,
guns.
yeah. The craziest, dude, one time
You can't walk anywhere.
Yeah. We were riding four-wheeler at my buddy's farm, and I just looked behind. I was like, someone was chasing me with some other type of equipment. And then I looked
excavator.
behind me, smashed the side of this Quonset, but like on the corner, and just did a front flip over it, landed on my butt. It was the worst pain I've ever felt. But my buddy's dad saw me, and he quick ran out, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, pretending like I am too, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And then I just jumped back and rode away crying.
Dude,
Yeah.
One time I jumped in a van too quick and sat on a protruding seatbelt buckle too hard, too fast.
Oh, yeah.
And because of it, slightly fractured my tailbone.
Yeah.
And it ruined my month.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I imagine flipping over what did you flip over?
Like the handlebars of a
four-wheeler?
Yeah, okay. Probably, yeah, I can imagine.
That hurt. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I've kind of said this before, but we used to make like Jackass movies, like obviously being kids from small town, but we like lit our friend on fire and would jump off bridges and jump off cars and stuff.
The Jackass is just too. People are like, this is sad.
Yeah.
You guys are trying to commit murder.
Yeah.
That's not.
I'm supposed to laugh. This makes me like sad.
Yeah, we saw our one buddy was like, I'm going to climb the top of the school, which is like 60 feet because there's like just ridges on the side. And he's like, and then we'll like throw something off the side of it or something. We're like, we can just do camera magic and we'll go like climb 10 feet. We'd always like steal chocolate milk from the school and then just go climb on top. We're like, we can get up there different ways. Like, no, I'm going to do the whole thing. We're like, okay.
Wait, did you, real quick?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
I'll get there. I didn't do it. I would hop on, like we'd hop on the fire escape and then just pull ourselves up. My buddy got to the top and we're like, oh, crazy. He actually did it. And then he's like, oh, and he fell the whole way. And we're 14, 15 at the time.
Oh wow.
So then we're like,
I mean, better than being like, we're 32,
Yeah.
33.
yeah. So we didn't have cell phones because we're, So we're like, what are we going to do? Daniel's dead. Like for sure, because he's unconscious, like laying there. We had our one friend just stay and watch him. And we're like, we'll find help. So we were just running into all these houses. It was like Labor Day weekend, so people weren't there. We'd see the phones and not call 911 because we're like, can't use someone's phone when they're not home. But then we ran back. My buddy goes, he's kind of waking up. We're like, oh, cool. So we ran back there, flip him over, which you're supposed to do, He has severe broken bones that you can like see. And this other guy comes over, like an adult.
Yeah.
He comes over and he goes, is he okay? We go, yep. Because we didn't want to get in trouble. Tossed him into a car to drive him around. Because we're like, Daniel, you're fine, right? And he's like, we're like, what are we going to tell people that happened? And we're like, well, we told that other guy he fell on his bike. There was no bike around.
Ooh.
And so then we drove him around for like an hour and a half. And we're like, oh, this is what we'll say. We told that one nerd, like old guy, that he fell on his bike. We'll say that he like bombed this Catholic hill, which is like just a big hill in town.
Yeah.
And we set up a ramp. We're like, okay, that works. Snuck into this kid's house while his parents were there. Got his bike out and the ramp from his garage, put it where we said it was, and then just bashed his bike up to be like, we got to make it look like it. And then we brought him back to his dad. And he was like, his dad's like, what happened to him? We're like, fell on his bike.
We were just riding.
And then he was in the hospital
7 hours ago.
Yeah,
Right. Some of the wounds are starting to cauterize. Like,
dude, he'd sit there and he'd be like, I mean, we didn't know what was going on because we're like, he's awake, he's fine. He was like, he'd be like, what was happening? We're like, we were filming the movie.
He was
we were climbing the
concussed.
top of the school. And he goes, like a second later, he'd be like, wait, was I climbing the school? We're like, yeah, we just said that. And then he's fine now, which makes the story way better. But like looking at the stupidity of us.
I mean, I'm glad Daniel's alive, but I would love to have heard the version of the story if he died, where you just weekend at Bernie'd him around.
Yeah, that's what we don't even tell him.
Where it's like, oh wait, no, we gotta just keep him alive for two more for 2 more days till we figure out a good alibi.
Yeah. Because that's the funny thing. He was the one that was actually technically doing the wrong thing too. We were just there. So
Yeah.
really, we were doing the right thing, making sure he didn't get in trouble.
Right.
It's crazy. A different teacher came up to us later and was like, "Did what happened to Daniel really say what really happened?" And we're like, "What'd you hear?"
Like, what do you?
And he's like,
know?
"Yeah." He's like, that he fell on his bike, and we're like, "That happened."
That's what happened.
And then the teacher that asked us that accidentally uploaded a picture of his penis on Facebook.
Oh yeah. How do you think I found out, man?
Yeah.
I'm on the penis site.
Yeah, exactly.
The one you upload your penis to.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for my
Facebook.
students.
Yeah. So, I mean, pretty.
Did you ever see as a Jackass fan? You ever see CKY2K or anything?
Oh yeah, that was big on those.
Yeah.
What was the early days?
The video that you ever see the one that basically made Johnny Knoxville.
That's like that Big Brother one where he
where he
shot
shoots himself in
yeah.
the chest with a. That's one of the most like. That's
what?
He shoots himself he wears a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
And he like shoots himself from like this length with like a gun like a
9mm.
Yeah. And of course 100% survives, but it's one of those things where, like, dude, even that one.
And he said that he bought like a cheap one because he didn't have the money to buy like the thicker one.
Jesus.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
And from point blank. Well,
Yeah.
it's not like it's even if you're 100 feet away, it doesn't slow down that much.
Well, yeah, it still hurts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to think of what else? Oh yeah, those CKY ones too. I like what is it, DeKamala? Brandon DeKamala with all his songs. He had a He-Man song.
My favorite one I know it's Bam. I can't remember who the other guy. I want to say it's Pontius, but it's not him. One of them basically takes a dump and removes the stool and places it on Bam while he's asleep.
Yeah, I remember.
Right? And when he wakes up, he's super angry and he's like, "I'm gonna bash his head in." And one of the other guys is like, "Nah, man, just put like jam on him." Like, jam. But then what he does, which I think is because basically he just has to wake up and there's a turd on him.
Yeah.
The return fire is that he urinates on the dude while he's asleep in his open mouth.
Yeah.
While he's just, that's also like, if you're in that world, what are you doing falling asleep where any of these guys can find you?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I would be locking myself in a closet every night.
Dude.
Yup.
I would like straight up Fort Knox myself in that situation. But yeah, that's but one of my friends two of them worked for Johnny Knoxville for a decade. There was assistants on. They worked on a couple of the films, and also like when he was doing some acting. Because you remember he did
Dukes of Hazzard,
and then that Farrelly Brothers movie
where he was special, right?
Yeah,
and then he was special needs, and then had to.
Oh yeah,
just because he wanted to get with a girl.
Yeah, pretty much. They took the same like bosom buddies and made it different type of bosom buddies.
Yeah.
But yeah, he apparently though very very like calm, meditative, chill guy.
Until he gets around, and then he's just Bugs Bunny in real life.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I mean, how many times do you wake up getting hit in the nuts hanging out around them? Like,
or just you don't know when you're going to get hit by anything. Like that. One of my favorite gags is the giant hand that swings around the doorway.
Yeah.
They're walking through it, just bam.
Well,
you don't know when that's going to happen to you.
So there's a guy a director he directs a lot of stuff, but he directs a lot of comedy specials. He's great. His name's Lance Bangs. He's an excellent, great.
I bet he does.
Great director. Yeah. He's an artist, man. But he was a camera operator for like all the early Jackass stuff and first 2 movies. He has this physical aversion to the color red, right? And so once they found this out, they did a prank on him where they painted an entire room red. All of them wore red suits, and they told him it was a different gag. And then when he rolled in with the camera, because they're like, "You got to catch it now," rolled in all the red. He like had a physical like,
oh wow,
yeah. And they're like, "Oh, sorry, man, sorry." They didn't. They thought it was just more he was gonna freak out and be weird about
Dang
it.
it, guys! You put red all over.
Yeah,
it.
he's just a bull. He just gets.
He just head bashes them all.
I know who that is. He's like the bigger guy that barfs all the time, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They make him barf a lot on that show.
Dude, that's when Preston Lacey poops in that astronaut helmet for Steve-O.
I mean, that was always my thing with those guys. Like, I love the physical, insane riding a bike into a portalette. Getting beat up by Butterbean, blasting the big hand. I love all that.
Yeah.
Steve-O's stuff always, when it was like, he's going to snort a jellyfish and see what happens. It's like, he was always the gross one.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, man, got it, dude. You're going to put wasabi in your eyeball and what now?
And then it's just, and every single time it just goes, Guess you're hurt again.
And then he barfs, and then he puts, I remember seeing him live and like 20 years ago when I was like starting out in stand-up. I'm like, I'll go see Steve-O live. And he basically was just inviting people on stage to kick him in the balls and like staple stuff to his back. And I was like, okay, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, that was like at Skankfest. Were you?
Well, yeah, he does that stuff. He basically does that now.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, man.
Yeah, I was watching Zach Amico get stapled at Skankfest was wild too.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
like,
the first person did it to his forehead. Or it was like his cheek temple area. I was like, what?
Zach's hardcore though. Zach can at least write a joke.
Yeah.
For all the wild stuff he does physically, it's like that guy's funny as hell.
Yeah, and doesn't just go up and show a clip and be like, "So I did this."
Yeah, exactly. Zach's a great writer. But like, yeah, dude, like that's tough, dude. Like, I like the new stuff though. I watch the new Jackass movies. I'm like, all right, they're getting inventive.
Yeah, 3D was the only one that I was just kind of like, all you did was use a camera. Slow motion camera for the most part, but it was still, fun.
They just put we're just gonna do the same thing
with a slower
down. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, but I mean, if everything is cyclical, you wonder if there's going to be the version of Jackass where it's just like they're just being super responsible. And you're like, oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah,
kid, like the youth, like look at him. He's putting his shirt and he's tucking it into his pants. What up, dude?
That is wild.
Wow.
Well, it's like there's a movie called The Other F Word where it's all punks that like have kids and then have to like say
family,
like how it is, like father. Because it's all guys. Well, I guess it could be family. But then the one guy from Rants is like, how do I tell my kid not to get the F word tattooed across his forehead? I'm like, yeah, that's a tough one.
I mean, you're not talking about father or family. You're talking about the bundle of sticks meant for kindling? Is that what you want to get tattooed on your forehead? I would be like, you know what? Let him do it.
Yeah.
He will learn.
Yeah, but you got to learn it permanently.
Yeah,
I mean that's Like,
or you pay the tattoo artist to just do it in henna.
Yeah,
so it lasts for 10 days.
Couple days, yeah,
and you at least get to feel like, all right, was this a mistake or not?
Like, oh man, everybody laughed at me and they were like, "Hey, look at that guy."
Yeah, dude, we saw, but like Art from Everclear is in that, and he like talks about becoming a dad and stuff. And I was like, that's a pretty good emotional movie. And when I saw Everclear, I like ran into him like, oh, dude, nice, love your music. Also liked you in The Other F Word. He goes, oh, nice, dude, that's really touching movie. Like, so how many kids do you have? Are you a father? And I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, well, who knows? Maybe there's some out there, and he just shook his head and walked away. It's like,
oh, dude.
It's like, oh man, that's not what the movie was about.
And then and you just take your hat off and you've got it tattooed across your head. I'm a huge fan. My dad let me do this. I got my own radio show now, though.
Yeah.
She's going great.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Which is cool.
I mean, I feel like if a kid, that he would grow up to get a residency in Vegas. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
There's not many options you
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
Like somebody said, there's a comedian, Sinbad. I think he made like a little bit of a resurgence a little bit ago.
There's a comedian named
Yeah.
Wait, is there?
Whoa, new information.
What I'm saying is he had
just the one name?
Yeah. New info.
new info. The joke about him was like he had two options in life. He could be either a comedian or a pirate, and the pirate was already taken. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'd be way scared of water. Talk about being scared of stuff. Being in the middle of the ocean.
Scary. Forget about it. No way.
But that's like a tempting, that's like a new horror scary for me. Like the middle of the ocean at night.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
I heard that. I heard my buddy went on a cruise and said that he just went to the back of the ship and looked off in the distance at night. Scariest things he's ever seen.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it makes sense. I don't want to be there.
Same. I did that once. The Burt Kreischer cruise a few years ago, the fully loaded cruise. Mm-hmm. I mean, and people party and having fun on that cruise or whatever. But going up to the top deck at night and just sort of like staring out, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
And then you like use the compass and you're like, all right, so that's east. So you're looking, and you're like, the Africa, that's the next thing.
That's wild to think. I didn't even think about that.
You know what I'm saying? You're like the nearest, like if you just keep going in that direction, Africa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
You ever think of the concept of forever?
Yeah.
That scares me. Sometimes I lay awake at night and like sweat and can't sleep because I'm like, what if I would live forever? And then you're like, but then there's no end, and then I can't. And then I'm like, and then there's no beginning. I'm like, what's going on here?
I want to do a like everybody talks about like all these. Not everybody talks about, but there's all these shows and movies about when like humanity leaving Earth because it's becoming a dust bowl, like Interstellar and trying to find a new planet. I'm like, what about the version that just goes super deep into the Mariana Trench, or and just builds a civilization underwater? And it's like we got to stay down, we got to stay underwater for 200 years, while the Earth re-terraforms. And so here we are.
Yeah, because that's another.
We're just living underwater.
That's another one that's
fun.
You have you can't get out either. You're just a bunch of billionaires in a tiny tube. They tried that. That's where they were trying to go.
Yep.
Oh my God, dude! I remember hearing that news and feeling like, oh, bummer. And then watching that documentary and being like, never mind, that guy was a dumbass.
Yeah, he should have.
That guy,
he got what he got.
That guy, like that. What an idiot! Like R.I.P. to the kid. You feel bad.
Yeah,
for
you feel bad for the kid. That's dad was
I feel
like,
bad for the kid who's like, all right, I guess I'm going because dad paid $700,000 for a ticket or whatever. But like the rest of them, it's like, nah, man, that was dumb.
Yeah, and also, what do you want to see down there? Scary. That's where you see a scary monster. That's new horror.
Wait, or also like, hey, there's no windows on the thing. You're going to look at it through an iPad.
Yeah.
You were going to basically see it on a freaking iPad.
He should have just went in a pool,
Yeah.
and then showed a film like on the like.
Dude, that's like being in a cave and just hearing monsters around you, being like, whoa. Because, dude, the noises that have to be going on around you in the ocean too have to be the scariest thing.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They got to be deep vibrational, like scary.
Yeah, like my belly after eating wings.
I get it if the thing was clear. If the submarine was like, you know what I'm saying? If it was like some thick,
But then some shark just comes by and just keeps trying to bite
and then
the
you're like,
pill of food.
Yeah.
Like, there's a food pellet right there, and I just can't get into it.
I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. But just like, oh, wow, we couldn't, it's like they could have lied and said we were in the water right now.
Yeah.
How would you know any different? They could have just dunked us in and then pulled us right back out.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know. Oh, wait, how do we know? Because it didn't implode from the pressure from the shoddy engineering because the guy was cutting corners.
It can't be that hard. Like I once rode an elevator where the front, it wasn't glass, but you could see like most of it. But then I didn't know this because I was a little kid till I went again when I was older. but you're going down, but there's like I don't know, some sort of canvas that's on a rotation, so it makes you feel like you're going really far down, really, really fast, because that thing is just spinning on the outside where it looks like you're going down. That I'm trying to describe it. I don't know if I'm doing a good job.
I know what you mean.
But it just looks like, or feels like you're going way faster because visually.
Yeah.
And we were probably maybe, if we even went down at all, like 1 story, 2 stories, maybe. Yeah. And then it felt like 8,000 feet, you know?
This is like moon landing stuff, man. Like, you know what I mean? It was all made just to make you think you went down a couple floors.
Yeah.
And I did. I was like so far down.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
The moon, that's just cheese. Man. They made that in Wisconsin.
I seen the moon. It got a little rocket in his eye. That was on that documentary.
I tell you right now, man, dude. I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with a flat earther. It's insane.
It's super fun.
Well, let's have one.
No, I'm just fun. Yeah. Listen, that's why I didn't skydive.
Yeah.
I was going to fly off the side. I was going to float off forever.
I was going to miss the earth. I was opening. For like 2 years, basically. It was 2023, 24, and a little bit this year. I was open for David Cross. If y'all know David Cross,
famous flat earther.
Yeah, he's awesome. But we were in Chapel Hill.
Oh yeah,
awesome. And we go to we're doing the show, and he's like, a friend of mine from home is here, and she's a little different, whatever. And she brought her friend. And as soon as I met them, I was like, oh, because he's from Georgia.
Yeah.
He's from like, Roswell, Georgia. You know what I mean? So he, I'm from Louisiana, and so we grew up similarly. We both grew up, I grew up half outside New Orleans. And most of but I claim New Orleans because my family's from there, and I started stand up there, and it's like I spent most of my life there. My parents just moved us to the burbs when we were kids, but he grew up outside of Atlanta, so whatever. But like any southern state, I'm sure, like up here, you're in a city now, and it's great. You get 45 minutes outside of it, the questions can be asked.
Yep.
Things start getting a little shady. So, but her friend was just like, we're talking to him afterwards, and the way the guy talked, I was like, this is almost like he's doing a David Cross character back to David Cross. but it was clearly genuine.
He was like, painted blue.
And he was, buddy. The amount of people who showed up to shows just fully painted blue.
Oh, really?
Man.
Thinking that he's going to be Tobias?
Buddy,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, look. David's fan base is mostly it's broken up into 3 sections. It's the newbies, the people who like. Have seen him in like Chipmunk movies, or like last year, some young live streamer was like, oh man, Scary Movie 2 is the best of them all. So that got rewatched. So there was like a burst of younger people coming. They're fine. Some of them have a sense of humor. Most of them don't. Right? Those are like the Mr. Show fans.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the best. Those are the people who are like, they are there for it. They love comedy. They want you to push boundaries. They want you to push their own comfort zones. They want to hear ideas. They want to they want stories. They want genuine moments. They want hilarity. And then there's the entirely different spectrum, which was the Arrested Development fans.
Sure. Yeah.
They're like the Marines. They're their own thing.
Yeah.
They're their own. It's its own spectrum, and it ranged from great, awesome, funny, chill people to absolute lunatics. Like some of the worst comedy audiences I've ever witnessed. Because they would just hang on to like 3 things he said, and they would be shouting it at him like, "I blew myself."
Yeah.
And like they'd just be yelling lines
I'm
back
an
at him.
anarchist.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait.
A new start. Anus.
Yeah. I knew. Oh, the people who had that shirt or that like license plates. Dude,
Yeah.
It was insane. But yeah, you had people showing up fully head to toe in blue, and they'd sit, and he'd see him, and he'd give them 2 seconds. That's what I love the most. He'd be like, "Oh, cool," and then and he'd just launch right back. Or like they'd come up afterwards. He was never a dick to fans. I learned a lot from watching him. Where there were a couple of moments where if he would have been a dick, from an outsider perspective, it was slightly justified. But
Yeah,
he wasn't,
sure.
but he never was. He was always friendly, nice, even when they'd show up and be like, can we please get a picture? And it'd be 4 of them painted blue.
Yeah.
And they'd want 7 different poses, and he'd just be like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And he was always cool. But some of those people, they honestly, it was like, what do you think's going to happen right now?
Yeah.
You think he's going to see you and go, oh my God, that's so funny. I'm going to get Mitch Hurwitz on the phone. We're just going to do a reboot right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna set it here in Spokane, Washington, where clearly you're the king, and we are going to just do a new season of Arrested Development where you play a version of the character that I play full time.
Yeah. That's your whole
And that's
life.
going to be the whole show.
Yeah, because you don't get to meet that. Like I did meet David when he was here. I don't know, it was quite some time ago now. But he was sitting at one of the local bars where we did an open mic there. I was doing the open mic, and then he was sitting in there. We're like, and everybody basically, what do we? Wait. So I just went over to him and I was like, hey, we're gonna do the open mic. Do you want to do any comedy? You know, and he was like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I was just like, cool, man. Well, the offer stands. And then I left. But, like, the rest of the people, I just remember them being like, do you remember in that part where he was... It's like, yeah,
Dude.
I do.
I can tell you right now, dude, the absolute best thing to do when you see someone like that in a situation like that where you're like, oh my God, what do I do? It's so simple. Three very simple rules. 1, do not be loud. Do not blow up their spot. I know there's psychology of like, oh, that's a famous person. They want it to... No. If you ever see a famous person in the wild, they just want to be themselves. So don't be like, oh my God, that's David Cross! Yeah. We saw that so much. Oh my God, I love you, Tobias! Like, don't do that. It sucks. Walk over and just, like, inside voice. Like, oh my God, huge fan of your work. Here's the thing I love specifically. Can I buy you a drink? Okay? 2, buy the drink in front of them. Never just bring a drink over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's insane. That's insane. That's happened even to me, where I'm
Yeah.
like, and I'm not famous, but people come over and be like, oh my God, I'm like,
It's
no.
foaming.
Like, no, I don't. Like, order it in front of me and let the bartender pour it in front of me. That's great. 2 and 3, like, don't expect anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've even had that. Once again, not famous, but I'll be nice to someone after a show, and then they will act like I'm their, like I owe them the rest of my night. And I've seen that with David too, where like he will be nice to someone, and they're like, "What are y'all doing after this?" And it's like, doesn't matter. You're not invited, or
Yeah.
I've seen people. We've been followed to other bars. We've had people be like, "Hey man, I heard you were at this bar. No, dude, come with us. We're gonna go to this other place." It's like, no, we're not. Do not expect a third location. Like, like you came to the show, and it was we did our best, and it was a good show. Talked to you afterwards, got a picture, did a shot with you. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do not
What
expect
else do you want?
anything
Yeah.
else. But dude, some people.
I want you to come back to my house and watch
Yeah.
Arrested
Yeah.
Development with me.
That's another thing where there were times where I'm like, what do you expect to happen now?
Yeah.
For David to be like, man, you know what? Not only did you buy tickets to my show and hang out afterwards, but you got me 2 shots of Malort. The first one I said I didn't want to do, but I did.
Yeah.
The second one I did thinking you would just leave, and you're still here. And that perseverance, you know what? Pack your stuff. You're coming to New York to live with me. You're coming to New York to live with me and my wife and my kid that you know her name, which is weird.
Yeah. Dude, painting yourself blue for that is wild too, just because think of the cleanup that you painted. How much time did you put to sit for an hour and a half show?
Oh my!
And the chairs now
more
blue.
than an hour and a half.
Yeah.
If you have to do something longer than the amount of time that you're going to watch a thing, you should question your principles.
Yeah,
and your
exactly. Because you're not going to the bars like that. After that, everyone would be like, "Hey, you want to go? You want to go get some half price apps at Applebee's?" And you're like, "Sure." $1 margaritas are going to help me feel not out of place.
Tell you what, you guys buy me a drink for everyone. Someone goes, "Why so sad?"
Yeah.
In the show, they got. He's blue, and they can touch him up. So, like, if he accidentally rubs his nose, they could just put more blue.
Yeah.
But if you're out there all blue, and you wipe, you're like, oh, then all of a sudden you just have a smear on your face, and you can't.
It is funny, like,
gonna
to
fix
go
it?
up, especially like anyone famous, but especially David Cross. You just have to act the total opposite of Tobias around him.
Well,
because that's exactly how Tobias acted around.
Yeah. He's not Tobias.
No.
He's a very chill.
Yeah, and it would be like if Tobias would see David Cross in real life, he'd be like, "Oh my God, it's you!"
Oh man, I mean like that, and that's the other thing too, where it's like that's one of the negative side effects of podcast culture is people who like are huge podcast fans think that they are now part of your life, because they listen to you talk about it, and that's great. Everyone loves listeners and fans, but also like understand it's a like that's it.
Yep.
You get the show, and then you get maybe a hang afterwards. But man, like the amount of people who like have listened to him on podcasts and show up with that's the other thing. Some people bring gifts.
That's wild. That's such a wild thing to me.
Are they baked goods? Because if I get famous and people bring me baked goods, I'd be like, all right.
I mean, so
you can come over.
It's interesting.
You can come over, not even like I'll take them. You're coming home with me.
This you brought me carrot cake. All right then.
This what's that? What's that? That's my ID because my identity is now yours. I'm you. We're the same person.
Here's also my social.
That would be hilarious. There's a movie. The super famous person who that one fan just really affects. And now the famous person starts stalking them.
Oh, yeah.
That would be pretty, yeah.
You know?
Oh, man.
It's a guy named like Steve who just like, I made like a T-shirt. I really like his comedy, so I made a T-shirt of one of his jokes, and it's not even that good of a T-shirt. And now he's like, he's hiring paparazzi to follow me around. To follow me around.
He's living in my treehouse.
Yeah. Which, by the way, it was just a tree.
Yeah.
He hired someone to build a house, and it's nicer than my house.
He has kids come over to swim in the pool.
Which also he built.
Yeah.
I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2.5 bathroom house, and he's got a 4-bedroom with a loft and an observation deck and
an escalator.
He built the Viva La Bam treehouse.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that was the coolest thing that Bam did.
Oh, the house.
That big treehouse. That was sick. I always wanted a treehouse, dude.
Oh, dude.
Building a treehouse was awesome. Just going in like the little woods and like even building a fort, being like, we got wood, and thinking about how awesome this was. I'm like, looking at that now of like the tree forts that we would build, I'm like, that was such shabby carpentry,
dude.
and it was
built by children who don't know what they're doing.
It was 5 and thinking like, I can't believe we did this.
If you're a treehouseophile.
Man, that leads to other things for sure.
Anything. Oh man!
And if you're really big into treehouses, you're
pedophile ruined it for all the other files.
All the other files.
Cinemaphile, you're like, I can't use that anymore.
I really like movies.
I think is that Cinemaphiles or just go to Cinephile
or Cinephile?
Because a pedophile is a cinephile. I mean, technically, loves sinning.
Spell it with an S.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean. But also, Sinephile just is a good name for a supervillain.
Oh, yeah.
I am the Cinephile. You're like, oh, what does that mean? No, not that.
Yeah.
No, not that. No, just like regular shit.
Yeah, his whole thing
like
is...
I steal and kill. Yeah. Come on, man, not that.
He picked the name so long ago, he has to keep doing it. He's like, I'm just kind of stuck with this. But
I patented it, man.
Yeah.
I try to rebrand it.
I got all these shirts. They're getting bought by the wrong people. But
am I going to reprint these business cards? I don't think so.
I got an LLC, guys. You understand how difficult that is to dissolve? Come on, man. I pay fees. I have a lawyer.
Yeah, every time. Turns out he's actually an amazing supervillain, too.
But
he just can't.
He spends all his time trying to defend his cinephile.
Yeah, he shows up and they're like, oh, no, Cinephile is here. He's like, but not like that. No.
I am here to conquer. I will conquer this city, but not anyone under 18. No, you're fine. Everyone under 18 is free to go.
The schools are fine. You don't have to worry about anything. I'll be over here.
Schools, hospitals, you're done. As long as there's no children in them.
Yes.
St. Jude's, you're clear.
Fine.
Mayo, get out.
I will enslave this entire. And when I say that,
no leather, no leather,
no one under 18. And I also listen. Enslave is not slavery. It's different. You won't be working for me. You will just be worshiping me. But damn it! But not like a priest. I am not any way affiliated with the religion. Oh, Jesus!
I know sinning comes from the Bible. That's not what I got to be there.
Damn it! This constantly. Oh man, we should write this.
Yeah.
I think we're half done.
All you have to do is stop Sinephile is go. Ugh. It's just a really acerbic 17-year-old. Ugh, really?
Uh-huh.
No, not like
It's like a 17-year-old can't be the one that takes me down. I didn't know his age.
And when I say take down, I mean not go down. That's
What if you're
different.
what if you're just somebody who you really like to walk everywhere, like a pedestrian?
Oh,
damn.
yeah.
You'd be like, I'm a pedophile. No, wait. I really like. I like to walk.
That's not what
Yeah,
damn it.
that's not what I meant. I'm
Yeah.
not. I just And now you're just
Yeah.
your shoes are worn out.
Or if you're someone that keeps records and you have a file of
Yeah,
all the people who like walking. You're like, I'm going to put you in the pedophile.
Yeah,
No, wait, that's not what I mean, though. Oh,
It's
shit.
pedestrian file.
The pedestrian file. We got. Wait, how do we get on this topic? David Cross. No. But not a pedophile.
David
a
Cross
wonderful man.
Yeah, he's going to play Sinephile.
Yeah, he's gonna play Sinephile. No, people who show up. Tree houses.
Tree houses, that is, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh.
The Kevin Costner one.
Yep.
Because when they're in the forest, the whole thing is tree houses.
It's all the whole.
interesting.
They're all
Yeah.
way up in the trees.
Yeah. The movie itself is whatever, but like the actual.
If you're in the tree houses.
Alan Rickman's pretty great as
Then there's Kevin Costner doesn't.
doesn't do an accent.
He
at all.
doesn't do an accent.
Really?
But then that dude Gary Elwes,
Elwes?
and Men in
yeah.
Tights, I think.
Yeah, I can do a British accent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's in there.
Oh yeah, dude.
Real young Dave Chappelle.
Young Chappelle.
He wasn't cheap at Costner, an arm and a leg.
Nice.
Dumb.
That was pretty good though. Costner.
No,
Nothing after that. That's can't be topped.
no, dude. Yeah, but the tree houses are pretty flippin' sick.
Mm-hmm.
You caught that? You caught that? FCC that chain? That was pretty flippin' sick. Caught that, bro. Yeah. Oh man.
We didn't even. Oh, go ahead.
It's crazy how many poor people like that you see on Instagram and stuff though that will make houses like that. That I'm like, how are you?
Oh yeah.
You
'Cause they're
didn't
not
have
really
money.
poor.
Yeah, I guess that is true. I guess people can lie, but
yeah. Well, also like van life people, where you're like, wait, you dropped how much on this?
yeah. And I'm
Okay.
like, you live with your parents. I guess that's
yeah.
Some of that stuff doesn't make any sense. Like the van life thing, I can kind of understand. Like if you're by yourself and you live in a van, whatever, it's a cool van. But where do you work? Some of these
Remote.
people like
you just make videos. I wonder how much Gabby Petito's van is. If you're going for a cheap one,
who's Gabby
I bet-
Petito?
the girl who got murdered by her
No.
boyfriend and then
Oh,
doing
Jeez.
van life.
Yeah.
But I bet
really?
dude, I don't know if that's for sale. You go to an auction
yeah.
yard and you need a van.
I mean-
that's the one. It's like
Yeah. I followed this. I mean, Did they ever arrest the guy?
he killed himself.
Oh, that's
Or like
right.
he walked into
That's right. he
alligator
walked into
patch
the
or
alligator.
something.
Yeah.
on purpose?
I think
I mean,
so. Yeah, I don't.
Just wild coincidence.
Yeah.
Nobody was pointing a
Well,
gun
they
at him
thought
saying
that
walk
they
forward.
thought that his mom had him hidden like under the garden or something.
Yeah,
And I'm
it was-
like, that means that she would have had to already have a building under the
a garden bunker?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to ask some questions once there's an already.
Yeah.
It came with this. It
Yeah,
came
they
like
should,
this.
yeah, they should be looking more into those parents. What else is in that garden bunker?
It's just for hiding bodies.
Yeah.
It was originally for hiding bodies.
Yeah, but see how it was plural? We only have one in there, so we're not even using it to its full potential.
yeah, when you're looking for the house and you're like, is there like a place we could put bodies?
We started digging a pool, a jacuzzi. We're like, what? Those are too expensive, the upkeep.
We're just gonna have this hole in the ground. Yeah, like you
We're
can
gonna
do
need
a
to
lot
use
of
it for
stuff.
something.
You could pretend you're building a pool and then just never have a pool.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, you ever see it's one of the dumbest plot lines ever, but in the movie Encino Man.
It's
like, I'm going to dig a pool
Yep.
for prom. And
Yeah.
his parents are like, that's cool.
Yep.
His well-adjusted family's inside.
Was
like,
his
yeah, like,
did
just
we ever
dig the
meet his
pool.
parents in that movie?
Yeah. Because he had to introduce
Yeah.
them to Link.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I
and then
remember that.
convince them that he was Estonian.
Yep. He's from Estonia. Actually, for a long time, I would just be like, buddy. Just
That
I
was-
was Pauly. If I would have met Pauly Shore back
yeah.
then, I would have done that to him. What's up, buddy? And
that was the highlight. That should have been where Pauly Shore's career stayed. It's like, yeah, you have him as a supporting character.
Yeah.
Doing, you don't give him son-in-law. Don't give him. I mean, if you ever watch In the Army Now, it's one of the dumbest movies ever.
Yeah.
Because he's so bad in it that he's breaking character in some moments, and you could tell they were just like, we've gotten 17 takes of this. We're just going to use it. We're just going to use it, Pauly. There's a lot of that where you see like people who just like it's the price of nepotism, or where it's like they just don't care, and they're just because we're talking about Daredevil.
Yep.
I mean that's Michael Gandolfini in that.
Yep.
James Gandolfini.
That's his kid. Yeah,
but he's not phoning it in. He's actually
he's doing a good job.
He's actually trying.
I don't want to say what just happened, but I honestly I saw the last name in the credits and I was like, is that? And then I looked at some of the other stuff that he did, and I was like, "Oh, he's like a legit." Yeah, his dad is Tony Soprano or whatever. But
you got a mantle to live up to.
Yeah,
because that's it. Were you guys Sopranos fans?
Yeah,
only seen the first episode
of The Sopranos.
Yep.
Do you like watching streaming stuff?
Yeah, it's not scary.
I know. I wouldn't mind it, but the problem is like, there's new stuff that comes out, so it's hard for me to go back to watch like. Plus, who am I going to talk about it with? But like, I try to watch The Sopranos, but I can't watch it. I only have a limited time to watch TV.
Oh, I hear you.
So I pick and choose what I'm going to watch.
It's still, I mean, it's pretty excellent. But like the many Saints of Newark angered me so bad. Because it was just unreasonably stupid.
It was bad.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was. I thought they'd said it did. I don't see it.
It was terrible.
They probably did well because so many people watched it. Yeah. But then you're like, this is not good.
It was basically like if someone was like, here's all the ingredients for an amazing pie. And you're like, obviously, it's going to be an amazing pie. Look at all these ingredients. Oh, my God. And then when they serve you the pie, it's a plate of actual horse manure.
Yeah.
And you're like, but what did you do? And then you look at and you're like, you fed those ingredients to the horse, and then the horse took a dump.
Yeah.
You thought that was making a pie, and now I've got a horse pie. Oh, okay. Because it's unbelievable how bad. It has one of the most interesting openings to a movie I've ever. I was like, that's okay, and then crap, and then just and also like. They try and show how, I'm like, you're going to show us how Tony Soprano becomes Tony Soprano. Cool. And you're like, that's it?
Yeah, it was nothing like
that. Is why he's a mafia kingpin? What? And yeah, it's, sorry, David Chase. Huge fan. But
please put me in a movie.
You dropped the ball. Yeah, you dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
But James Gandolfini's son, good job of playing young Tony. That's another thing. He's like, okay, that's a believable young Tony.
Okay.
It's almost like they share DNA.
Like, Mr. Chase, let me pitch you a movie.
Don't let this...
Cinephile.
Yeah. Easy to defeat.
Real quick plot.
Yeah. No, not the changing of the light bulbs. The projector.
Yeah, Sinephile actually just does the Tony Soprano thing, going to therapy, and they're like, we just need to get you over your name. It's fine.
Yeah, the other, and then at one point, the acerbic teenager just doesn't show up to defeat him.
Yeah.
So like, what are we going to do? And there's this random guy, like, does everyone have their camera phones? Pull him out. I'm going to go take a photo op. And he takes off his hat. And he's got the F word. He's got the F word tattooed across his forehead. He's like, no, get that guy. Get him away from me. No. This is bad press.
No.
Defeated.
Yeah, it's worse press than my name was.
Can't win. But yeah, that's there you go.
Did you guys know that Sean Patton was on our show?
Oh, yeah, I guess we never even said that.
Never
Sean
even said.
Patton,
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Hey.
Well, I like to do an hour intro.
Yeah.
That was the greatest intro. Let's get into it. All right. So you've been...
that would be so funny too. Like at the end of one of these, go. All right, let's cut to. We're gonna do a music break. You're like, oh, that was when. Okay. Oh wow! I guess these headphones have not been on this whole time.
Kind of quiet.
Suddenly you're so clear, both of you.
It's funny. They one time. Well, I think only one of these ear cups works.
Yeah.
So half the show, one time I just had it on the wrong one, and I was like, I'm not getting anything. I don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden, boom, hey, there we are.
Yeah. Wait,
Headphones.
your first time in North Dakota?
This is so years ago. I flew into North Dakota to go to
Canada.
Fergus Falls.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
to go hang out with a comedian named Chad Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the man. I love
Yep.
Chad. But no, it's actually my first time to Fargo. Yeah,
Nice.
and I mean, I've been to South Dakota before. I mean, I don't know if there's if there's a South Dakota North Dakota feud, but like I can say this: I was in Sioux Falls, and one of my favorite human beings on the planet, an awesome comedian named Sean Jordan, part of the All Fantasy Everything podcast. He's awesome. He's from Sioux Falls and always kind of like spoke backhandedly highly of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then years ago, this was a while ago, I was doing a show with this other comic, and it was at this venue that was, it was one-nighter, fully packed, fun show, and then we're at this bar afterwards. It's me, him, and we're just talking to other people. And I'm talking to these three girls, and we're just talking about living in New York, talking about life, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the bartender comes over and goes, "Hey, so sorry, I need to borrow you for a second, brother. Sorry, ladies, I'll have him right back to you." And he walks me over to the other side of the bar where he's got the guy I'm with, the other comic, and he's got 3 shots lined up. And he's like, "Hey, guys, so these are on the house. Just want to say," and he leans in close. He's like, "Take this shot and leave." And we're like, "Wait, what?" Excuse me. He's like, "Take the shot and just go." He's like, "Don't look." He's like, "There's a table of guys here. They're gonna mess you up." And he doesn't say mess.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're talking to their ladies." And I'm like, "Wait." I'm like, "No, dude." I'm like, "Wait, what?" No, they all said they were single. He's like, "I didn't say they were dating them."
Yeah.
Right? He's like, "But you're basically talking to them, and they're over there plotting your demise, man. And those guys are, they're a-holes. Just take the shot. Don't worry about your bar tab. Just walk out, man. Just get out of here." I'm like, "Oh, cool.
Okay.
And we do the shot, and I back down as a smoker, so is he. So we're like, we're gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette, and we just got out of there. And I brought that up to Sean Jordan later. It's like, "Damn, hey man, do you know this about the town you've?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, man. There's like 4 women to every 100 guys.
Yeah.
It's like there's like barely any women live there." And I was like, "Oh, that sucks." Because if I could go back, I'd have been like, go give them 3 shots and tell them to leave.
Yeah.
Tell them to get out of here, man. Why are you telling us to leave? I'll deal with a bunch of a-holes, but tell the women to get out of here. Yeah. But I've heard Fargo, not that vibe.
Fargo's not
pretty
that.
chill.
Yeah.
I've heard Fargo. I've actually heard nothing. I've actually heard a ton of cool stuff about Fargo.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I've heard a ton of cool business about the club. I'm looking forward to the club.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
nice.
because you were, we just had Adam Holland on here.
Adam Caton Holland?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not the-
yeah.
I never
Boy.
know if I should say like the full Caton Holland or Adam
Yeah,
Holland on there.
Adam Caton
yeah.
Holland.
Because, he was just here a couple
Yeah, like a month ago.
couple months ago. Because
Yeah.
you were on that TruTV show with him, right? Those
I
that
did. I
can't,
did an
or
episode of
a
that
couple
show.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
Adam's a boy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Adam's my buddy. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, I mean, and I was texting him while he was here.
Yeah.
I was like, "I need a full report on this place." He's like, "Oh, dude, thumbs up,"
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took him to Duffy's.
Yeah. Casey Shornima had done this.
Yep. Only I did the show. I did that show with her.
Yeah,
she
she's-
was on only you know what? She did it at Boss's.
Yeah,
which is-
that's what she said. She said she did a different venue and the show was still fun, but she heard the other venue was
Yeah,
better.
and that was on like St. Patty's Day. I was like, this show's gonna stink. Whoa. And then it was like 60 people packed into Boss's, which is not a good venue. I mean, that's closed down now. They don't do it anymore. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, well, let me show you the other club because there's a show there tonight too. It's like,
yeah.
and then, everyone that. Well, yeah, and Just Singleton or whatever just came back to that too and did
Yeah.
it. So I was like,
Well, my buddy, I mean, I like to try and say his full Tana El Jashui.
oh yeah, TJ.
Yeah, TJ. Yeah, he. I was texting with him yesterday in transit here, and he was like, "Oh man, that place is fun as hell.
Yeah,
You're gonna love it." So,
yeah. Do you know Cameron Lee?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, nice. He's he's from New York City, or he is in New York City now. He's like a North Carolina guy, Southern draw.
Okay, hell yeah,
Beast, yeah.
But
yeah. That southern draw. That southern draw will throw you.
yeah,
Every same time.
Yeah.
For-
No, I mean, I'm looking. I always love coming in. First of all, I love the small artisanal comedy club. I think that's sort of the future
Yep.
of comedy live touring right now because, the Improvs decided they were going to build nothing but 400 seaters.
Yeah.
And they're never in this. There's two. The Melrose Improv. It's actually in Hollywood. The DC Improv's actually in DC, and the Brooklyn Improv's actually in Brooklyn. The other 25 Improvs are like 40 minutes outside of the city that they claim they're in.
Oh,
Right, and they're giant warehouses.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then like a lot of clubs made that mistake over the past decade for some reason. I don't know why. Like just building these monster, because they were trying to just be bankroll. They were like, everyone involved in this is going to be rich because it's big.
Yeah.
And comedy's hot, but you're like, that's just not. It was never. It's my favorite thing in the world to do, but it was never meant to be mainstream. It's not a mainstream art form. It is mainstream now, and we see all the crap that produces.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. It's what happened to music in the 90s. You
Yeah.
know, music blew up in the 90s in a way where the bad side was a lot of garbage. The great side was a lot of awesome stuff, but it was independent and kind of just had to do its own thing to survive. And like now you've got that with comedy, which I think is great. You get these smaller clubs run by people who actually care.
Yeah.
And then you're getting comedians who actually care about what they do on stage. And then you're cultivating audiences that actually go for comedy, not just to sit up front and be like,
Pick me.
we're dating?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, you really don't get many hecklers here, which is like every once in a while
true.
you'll get a drunk person,
Sure,
but it's
sure.
actually like everyone. That is like kind of the North Dakota thing too. You just don't get heckled that much in
Yeah.
North Dakota or like small towns, I guess too. But it's just like here, especially, it's really funny when you get a heckler and then you're like, "Can you quiet down?" Like people
Yeah.
from the club will be like, "Can you quiet down?" And then they'll be like mad at that person. And you're like, "What are you doing?" Like
Oh,
or try to be louder to be like, "Can't believe I got told to shut up." You're like, "What kind of a kid were you?"
Well, I mean, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say like a lot of this particular venue upstairs, they serve really, really strong beers.
Yeah.
And I think people are. That's why they have Coors Light too. So they'll drink like they didn't used to have Coors Light, so you had to drink a whatever 86% beer, alcohol beer,
which
and
which
then,
will kill you.
right.
Like 2 sips will kill you.
But yeah, people will drink 3 of those thinking they're like Coors Light or
Yeah.
something, and then before they know it, they're just intoxicated,
Right,
and
right.
then they're like, "I know that I'm going to talk," and then you're like,
yeah.
dude, stop, you're not.
I mean,
I'm
dude,
not drunk.
It's a fallacy, but it exists for a reason, and that fallacy is that a drunker audience is a better audience. It's not true.
No.
But venues need to sell booze to stay open.
Yeah.
I understand that. So I mean, there's a club in New Orleans that's newer. They do a 3-drink maximum.
Oh,
Okay.
Right? They won't serve you more than 3 drinks during the show, and people think like, "What? That's BS." But then it's like, no, 3 in 90 minutes,
That's
you
all you
shouldn't
need.
drink more
Right.
than 3
Yeah.
drinks.
Right.
is that sports drink?
Yeah,
place?
yeah.
Nice.
And what it means also is every single person who goes buys all 3 drinks.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
to them, they're like, I gotta get all 3 in.
Yeah.
But it's a maximum. You can only buy 1. You don't even have to buy any, but you can only buy 3.
Yeah.
And the psychology of that makes people like, well, I'm gonna get all 3.
I better get all 3, otherwise I gotta.
And then the club gets to sustain. But yeah, dude, when you get in England, I've seen it. I don't know why we don't do this here, but in England they vet. It takes longer, but I've watched it happen. They vet the audiences as they're coming in, and if someone appears even the slight, it's the bartender or the bouncer's discretion. Like, and they'll be like, "Hey, mate, have a few tonight, did you? Isn't it?" You know?
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, bro, right here, me and my bros are right." Like, "Oh, mate, tonight not for you, man. Sorry, they'll refund your ticket, give you another date. It's no big deal, then proper, but they don't. But they won't let they won't let the flipping audience in.
Yeah.
It's like, I did it again.
Yeah.
They won't let the flipping audience in.
Yeah.
If they appear trashed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that. I wish we did more. I wish we cared. But smaller places do care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I do think.
Well, that is nice that they only serve beer here too. Like if
Yeah.
you're not bringing the hard alcohol
that's great.
at the club, yeah, at the
That's
club
great.
they only serve beers. So
No,
it's
that's
like
great. Yeah.
So that actually helps out too because
Yeah.
people aren't taking shots during the shots are the things that really
Yeah.
get away from you. Because
Yeah.
it's like if I'm not taking shots during the night, it's
Yeah.
fine. Then start hammering shots. You're like, I'm having a totally different night.
I mean, one of the worst clubs I've ever done. I won't say where it is, but it rhymes with Fort Worth, Texas. And I won't say-
Mortworth?
no, there actually is a great comedy club in. There's a great comedy club in Fort Worth, Texas. It's called Big Laugh. I'm not talking about that place.
Yeah.
Big Laugh is a fun, excellent club that cares about its comedians and the people that go there. The other place there. Anyway, I don't care. It's not about getting booked or not getting booked. I think the way they do things is this other place. Not Big Laugh. I'm trying to not be sarcastic. Big Laugh is actually a great club. I just did it, had an awesome time. The other place, they do a thing where the host, before they bring up the headliner, asks how many people's birthday it is. Right?
Oh,
and
man.
then however many people's birthday it is, they all come on stage and do, and I think I can say this because it's actually the name of the shot, a blowjob shot.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. It's the name of the shot. And so everyone whose birthday it is, before the headliner, comes on stage and does one of those shots. And the one time I did that club, one night it was 3 people, one night it was 15.
Oh, man.
And that kills the show. The show's over.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That is the show.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're not even doing comedy. You're doing crowd control after that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The thing, and this sounds so counterintuitive unless you understand comedy, but this is very factual. That you cannot make your comedy club about the audience. That is a surefire way to fail. It has to be about the comedian. And if the comedian is in a place where they know they can truly be themselves, then the show will be great for the audience, but it will never be about the audience. It's not about the 2 biggest mistakes this country's ever made, the 2 phrases that have ruined this country, but I think we're okay, are the first one was, I just don't want my kids to have to struggle like I did.
Yeah.
That ruined generations because the struggle is what made you at a point where you could say that. Your kids gotta struggle a little bit, and then an entire 3 generations in a row have been spoiled by that, and look where we are. The second one is the first business owner said the customer's always right.
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah. This is why you have Applebee's. This is why you have small businesses closing down. This is why you have Yelp. This is why you have terrible Karens. This is why you have all that stuff, is because people feel like they are justified in being complete jerks. And I grew up in New Orleans and live in New York. I live in 2 tourist cities. It's a thing called tourist privilege, where people show up and think, well, I'm spending money, so I'm bulletproof.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but you still have to be a decent human being.
Yeah.
All right? And if I've seen people in both New Orleans and New York, groups of drunks where I'm like, I would mug, if I was someone who was in the mugging game, I would mug these people. In fact, I might do it anyway. But point being, at comedy clubs, the bad ones are the ones that make the audience the most important thing, where they're like, there's a birthday party, we're going to sit them up front, we're going to ask whose birthday it is, tell the host to, shout out, we're going to, this corporate group wants to sing happy birthday to their boss halfway through the headliner set, and they want the headliner to lead the song. I've had that happen to me before.
Oh, dang.
Improv in Fort Lauderdale, go F yourself. Go father yourself. which is something you'd have to do after you effed yourself. You would then have to father yourself.
Oh, no, what have I done?
Go father yourself.
Yeah, then now they're going to hang me up and slap a baby out of me.
Oh, I forgot about that. The meat slabs. But yeah, the smaller clubs, like I've heard this one is going to be, it's just like, it's about the show. And if the show's great and you're an audience member, you're going to have an amazing time.
Oh, yeah, dude. I love showing people the cellar, too, because it does speak for itself just from how many people are emailing to do it, too. Where it's like,
oh, yeah, nice. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to be here. That's right. And I came in a night early, and now I'm like rested and
wild.
You know what I mean? So wow, cool. Gotta go get some Fargo in me.
Nice. That's actually another F word you tattoo on your head.
Fargo. Yep.
I'm a put a T at the end. That's if you really love Fargo. I'm a real Fargo.
I'm the best at Fargo.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone says it, but also name of my favorite movie.
Get it all the time. Yeah,
it is my favorite movie.
People always ask me if I ever looked for the money. If I'm like, no, I didn't.
Did you ever watch the series though?
The series.
I saw the first season with Billy Bob Thornton
and Martin Freeman. Yeah.
Yep. But after that, I haven't seen.
I loved so much that they brought it back to that it was about finding the money. I was like, that.
Yeah.
Touch that. Like they just score.
You're gonna see the wood chipper.
Oh. Is it?
It's
really?
there. You can
real
see.
wood
Yeah,
chipper.
you can see the real wood chipper.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
100%.
It's at the tourist place. It's just one. That's the only thing in there. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
1X, it's
We can
like
show it
right,
to you,
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go see the wood chipper.
yeah,
Yeah, you're going to get a
Get an
picture.
Uber?
You're going to have a hat.
No, I
you
want
could-
to. I want to die. I want to actually film me.
Oh,
Like
there's already a leg in there.
that's
Yeah,
You
amazing.
get to push down a leg. It's fun.
We tell this to everyone too, but it is really funny because it's inside. Okay,
Yeah.
so like it's inside the building. They have a replica wood chipper in case that you're here there when it's closed.
Oh,
but you're
wow.
like, but that's just a wood chipper. Like the actual wood chipper is in there, and then they're just like, well, there's another wood chipper out there that you can do. You're like, oh, nice. Well, that's not the one that.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I want to see, because last week I was in Boston, and I didn't know this. I found it by complete accident. I was walking around the Commons, and I was just looking on Google Maps, and the bench from Good Will Hunting, where they sat Robin Williams and Matt Damon and had like the conversation, it's in the Commons, and it's Google mapped. And I was like, what? And I walked over to it, and I pulled up the frame on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, that's 1,000%
it,
wow.
yeah.
And there was just this couple sitting there, and the bench isn't marked in any way, so you can tell they had no.
They know.
So
Yeah.
I like stalked this bench for like 40 minutes because I'm believe it or not, too shy to just walk over and go, "Excuse me, can I please just sit here for a second?"
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm gonna let you get up. I'm do your thing. Stalked it. Yeah, and then finally, I saw like from across the pond when it finally like they were getting up, they were making the movements to get up, and like hauled ass over, just hawked for a second, and then looked for too long in one direction. When I looked back, there was this woman taking like but she also you could tell was just like an Instagram person.
Yeah,
didn't care, and I just waited for her. And then as soon as it opened up, I didn't want to strike too hard, so I like slow rolled in, and then sat on the bench where Robin Williams sat. And I know, look. This is why people invent God. Like, I know it was all mental. I know it had a lot to do with build up and just the excitement to do it. But I swear to you, when I sat down, full on felt like a presence and got like slightly emotional because it was like, wow, Robin Williams sat right here. It was amazing. And then some dude, 10 minutes later, I was just sitting there soaking in, sat next to me, and I looked over and he sort of had a similar vibe. And I'm like, hey, do you know the significance of this bench, my friend? And he looks over and goes, my boy's wicked effing smart. But he said the actual word. And I sat there for a second and went, wrong character, wrong scene, but noted. Because it was the wrong it was wrong character, wrong scene, but I got it. And then we both just kind of sat there. And then when he was getting up, he's like, hey, do you want me? He's like, I've been on this bench before. Do you want me to get a picture of you on your phone sitting here? I was like, no. Like I had the experience. I felt the thing.
Yeah.
Like a picture will never do this moment justice.
Yeah.
So that was cool. So I'm gonna try and do the same thing with the wood chipper.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Do that as some ladies like. So what else you will like to do? Actually, she has a southern accent for some reason. Oh yeah,
man.
that's
Don't you know?
big leg in there.
Well,
I would have
There's
slapped
I'd say that, and then there's a Viking ship in
the Young
Moorhead
Center.
at the Helmcott Center.
cool.
That's actually pretty sick to check out. That's like built to whatever.
okay.
But yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta
gotta
kind
bounce.
of get
Yeah.
out here though. But yeah, guys, this is Sean Patton. If you're in Fargo this weekend, there's still some tickets available. 8 p.m. tonight, and then 7 p.m. and 9:30 tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And, thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you boys for having me.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Indeed.
Can't wait to see you this weekend. Yay!
Woo.
Sweet.